They want parts after, they get naming parts after him. They fucking giving him days and all of this, that, and the third. This is psychological warfare. They done fucking made you niggas believe.
And I got proof of what I
was something fucking important and he really not.
I got proof of what I was saying.
Honesty.
Candace Owens has 6.3 million followers. Charlie Kirk had 1.7 million. It's ballooned to 13 million after he died. What that says to me is we play into it. We played into Trump, and we're playing into this. And we think, I'm sorry, y'all could get mad at me, y'all could want to fight me, but a lot of times we think we being analysis, and we think we're giving credit where credit is due, and we're really falling into their saying. We're just adding to the hoopla. We're adding to the hype. All they do is talk about numbers, and that's what we do by giving them all this credit. Oh, he had influence just like any other influencer. Actually, the black girl may have a little bit more than him, and she just can't get the same opportunities. But she's had consistently more followers than him for a long time, and she probably pulls in as much money. That's why she had to part with them other people. But I just think it's silly, and nobody else does. You just said the art of war. Nobody else does this in war. Is sit on the other side and clap for your opponents every time they do something and try to be overly cordial and nice to them. That is what we're losing, and we're gonna keep losing because we always want to give credit and be the good Samaritans. That shit is stupid to me.
I also want to touch on that.
Hold on one second. Hold on.
Stating a fact is not liking.
It's your fact. I just showed you that it wasn't that fact.
And to your point, hold on, bro. To Culturally's point, I just looked up Charlie Kirk's shit on his main medium where he garners attention from, which is YouTube. Charlie Kirk's following on YouTube is 5.36 million. Ben Shapiro is sitting at 7 million plus. Ben Shapiro is he has 3 billion more views on his videos than Charlie Kirk does. And Daily Wire, as far as if we're talking about money and funds coming in, because I think that's what King was talking about. Charlie Kirk was doing about 80 million a year. Ben Shapiro is doing 150 million plus recorded. If Ben Shapiro got shot in the neck on fucking TV, we'd be saying the same shit.
Exactly.
So I hear what y'all are saying, but we are doing this game of their game is working, of elevating an individual who really did not garner as much attention as they are saying that he got. He got a lot of attention. Nobody's debating that, but he wasn't the primary figure for the right. He just wasn't.
His popularity has grown since his death. He's way more popular after death than he ever was in life.
The primary figure is Trump.
The numbers say the primary figure for the right is Ben Shapiro. Out of all of them,
so the only thing that we were trying to say at the time is how he has garnered young people. Right. So like if you look at the numbers, and I just looked it up on CNN, I looked up on NBC, because they actually have. So when it comes to young people, he has changed the mindset of young people. These kids go to school wanting to save the world. They don't pay bills. Right. They go to school to try to save the world. They have all these fucking.
Wait, what happened? She fell out. She's not here. You know what happened? Her battery dead. I'm sure her battery died.
Let me say something real fast before she come back. MAGA has changed the mind of young people. It ain't just one person. That's the thing.
And he's also changed Democrat minds. Honestly,
it's the whole administration, the whole mind. It's like an ideology that we say this shit all the time. They reading from a book. That's the shit that changed the mind of the people. It's not this one ass person.
Charlie Kirk.
Y'all putting it on just Charlie Kirk.
We would have had a conversation about Charlie Kirk before this. We have never in the history of this room we've had conversations. We never even talked about Ben Shapiro, but we talked about Candace Owens.
Right.
Because I would consider Candace Owens much more influential just because she's a black woman doing And they'll say, because Tim Walz showed us that if you get up and agree and concede and say, yeah, you kind of right, I kind of do it, but that help us. But continue, and then y'all be saying, oh, that we're giving credit as due. What's the fucking credit?
Because ain't nobody saying that. Ain't nobody sucking this man's dick, yo.
Let me say something. Because I cut off. First of all, when we were talking about it, nobody was saying give credit where credit's due. The thing is, you were only hearing what you wanted to hear.
King literally said that.
Let me finish what I'm about to say. You were hearing what you wanted to hear. I brought up young people. I brought up campuses. There has been a major change on how these young kids in college have been thinking. They have fucking chapters at over 900 universities. Over 3,500 chapters at high schools and community colleges. There's no fucking Ben Shapiro at showing up at Penn, showing up at Stanford, showing up at these goddamn schools with fucking chapters. There is influence. We are not saying, we're not being extreme. We're just telling you the truth. It is what it is. And to even think that it was only death, when there was an issue with Epstein, Charlie Kirk was in the news.
We never talked about him.
Fucking news.
I mean, and that's your view. That's your view. That's how you view it, and I don't view it that way at all. This was the lowest. The lowest.
We don't.
Right, but this was the lowest youth turnout ever.
Just tell us that we were saying that he influenced. He just this and that. No, that's
King
not.
literally said that. She said you got to give credit where credit is due. Lex said that in the chat.
Yeah.
Hold on. Hold on. So all I'm saying is, we can disagree, and I definitely disagree, because I don't think that for a person to go from 1.3 million followers to 13 million in less than 2 weeks, they're pouring sauce heavily on this joint. And no, Ben Shapiro didn't show up there, because that's not what Ben Shapiro does. But if we're talking about followers and influence, that's a much heavy follower and influence count. And I still don't think either one of those people are that influential. No, I do hear what you...
So Ben Shapiro is not for A. Marie or Anaya. They're not going to listen to a Ben Shapiro.
That's correct.
And Marie or an Aya is gonna, if they were to actually go into a school, because even at the school that Mel's daughter goes to, there's a chapter. So I can tell.
Because they set it up. They didn't request it. Okay. They set it up there.
I got it. Obviously, they set it up and the school approved it. You can't just set up a chapter. Even with AKA, they're trying. There's one of my daughter's friends in fucking New York right now is trying to get an AKA chapter.
But you can't mistake a push for a pull.
A chapter doesn't just pop up at a school because it's cheap.
If you push it,
it doesn't just show. It doesn't show up like that.
So you kids requested it?
You can't just have a chapter at a school.
Right.
Are you saying the kids requested it?
Exactly.
No, you can't. It's not just a request.
I know that you can't just pop. All I'm saying, that's regardless. I'm not talking about the technicalities. I'm talking about if he's funded by billionaires who want to push an agenda. He has it's like if I wanted to go and push the black and somebody gave me a piggy bank that had unlimited. Yes, I can set up a campus and everything. I have backers that have billions of dollars that want to put something across. And so this is exactly what they wanted to. They wanted to try to be so impressive, or I'm sorry, I'm gonna just have to keep. We are too far gone. We are way too easily impressed by stupid. Even the smart people on this side. King absolutely came out of her faces. We have to give credit where credit is due. Lex said, knowing your opponent, these things, that does not look good. We talk about. I'm gonna finish, and then anybody can finish or talk. We talk about messaging. We talk about how we appear. This is how we appear. Dizzy. Because we always looking up saying, that was good. That was good. Instead of us coming up with a fucking person. But we always want to give these, even when presented with the facts, we will fight each other rather than work together to discredit them. And that's why we lose. That's it.
Oh, shit. I mean, look, he was.
Can I respond real quick?
I think what people
Can I respond real quick, Amahotep? Because
I ain't had a say.
Maya, shut the fuck up. Just don't start bothering me now. I'm trying to have a nice conversation, but don't start picking.
So I wish somebody would have told Gavin Newsom that Charlie Kirk wants shit to be, he was just another, person that wasn't relevant. Because as soon as Trump won the election and Democrats were running around, in a daze and in shock, Gavin Newsom went on Charlie Kirk's podcast to talk to him. Why him? Why not any of the other people in the pipeline like Shapiro, right? You can't. And this is not.
Well, then why?
It's crazy. It's what I'm saying is.
So why?
I
you
don't
said why not? So why?
That's why.
Listen. The Democratic Party, even before the end of the even before November 4th, they were talking about they need an influencer on the scale of like a Joe Rogan or a Charlie Kirk. There is nobody on earth with his level of influence, not with money backing. We know now it's like people are tricking on these influencers and they're leaking. This person is getting money from the Democratic Party. These people are getting money from the Russians. Because Tim Pool and some other, Tim Pool, David Rubin, and some of the other alt-right pop line figures, they were exposed for taking money from Russians. You can Google that. But Charlie Kirk had money from the Republican apparatus, from the Trump, like all of these people. He was just not... And it's a reason why Gavin Newsom would go on his program in particular and not Ben Shapiro.
No, because it was seen as the less kind of the less radical.
That's
of
not
all
why
of them.
He went on. That's not why he
that is why he went on there. He was seen as the less radical of all of them. And if you know Gavin Newsom goes on. People he loves to debate these right wingers because he can watch them. What Charlie Kirk, when he first started out, what Charlie Kirk was getting no traction. He started getting traction when he got a little money. They told him, "Hey, you need to start being really controversial. What you talk about?" He was doing the change your mind thing, and it really wasn't catching. So the guy behind him, that guy they talking about, gave him a little money. Put it back in behind kind of this turning point, and you notice he became more controversial. You talking about black folk, talking about BLM, talking about all this stuff. That's how he came up. He was influential debating college kids who didn't know nothing, who was ill prepared to debate anybody. That's why he wouldn't debate Dean Withers. That's why he wouldn't debate a lot of those young kids who really knew their stuff. They wouldn't debate Destiny, all them kind of people, right? So it's like he had influence. Like he was lampooned on South Park. So he had influence to a certain extent, but not to this martyr Jesus-like thing they trying to raise him up to be. You know what I'm saying?
He ain't none of that. That's not the point people are trying to make.
Describe him as a popular influencer. All of this, he pulled and he had 250 campuses and all.
And that's what I said.
Son.
And that's exactly what I said.
And it meant nothing. It meant nothing.
That's what I said.
And it meant nothing. It meant nothing. I heard you when you said it. It didn't mean anything. All you seem is that you're mad impressed.
First of all, that's what I said. I said he was a popular influencer. I said, how can he not be popular when he has X amount of fucking chapters? All that extra shit about being impressed, nobody said that.
I never said that to you. The thing, y'all be jumping in front of the bullets. I literally said that to King.
He did his job.
Because that's what she said.
I didn't like his message. He ain't got to be on my team. Like you ain't never acknowledged the player on the other team.
Yes, when they were good. Yes, Yes, I did. But what I'm saying is,
Gavin Newsom said that his son
I don't give a fuck.
Okay,
Y'all
nothing
impressed by Gavin
Nothing
Newsom?
matters.
My own
He
opinion.
runs the biggest state in the United States.
Y'all say everything you've been saying has been this person. That what I'm saying is, as Democrats, as the smart part, we need to start forming our own opinions. We need to learn the ability to discredit things, and doing what you're doing, King, makes us look, to me, goofy. And every time you explain something, you say, but Gavin Newsom, but this person, but that person. That doesn't impress me. What I'm saying is what you can do, your intelligence, your ability. And when I break down Charlie Kirk's ability line by line, it's not giving what they said it was supposed to have gave. So what I would describe him as is a right-wing influencer who had popularity. There were some that were way more popular than him. I will not gas him up. I will not do that because I know that does nothing for my side but make me look silly. And that's how I feel. You always do this, King. You always say, oh, you got to give this. I ain't got to do shit. And I won't do shit. And I just don't understand how we can be getting beat so bad.
That's not how politics works.
And you still wanna like say, no, they good. He wasn't even good. He had backing. He made some traction. That's it, bro. That's it. And you getting triple your followers in 2 weeks less than your death should tell you everything you need to know.
But see, you want that to say everything, and I'm saying money, power, and respect. He was in proximity with the power players. He had the money backing him, and he did what he was paid to do, and he did it well.
Okay.
There are black children.
You're right. He was amazing.
How many people got to talk over each other?
Y'all are missing the point. Y'all are missing the point.
I'm asking you what the point is.
I'm just saying, doing it well. The right
ain't nobody on. I wonder who on the left would you see black children talking about, I am Charlie? Like, people are black children. He's in there.
Because they're shoving him down everyone's throat. Like, are you not seeing this? They're now because
it didn't just start. It didn't just start.
You think that I am Charlie is an organic movement? It's not.
Yeah, that's a PR campaign.
And then
we were just talking about him last month. What's going on?
No, I Am Charlie just started.
I Am Charlie?
Yes, we were. Maybe you weren't here, but we were. We were talking about Epstein.
No, we were talking about I'm Charlie, not that. We're talking about the things that they're wearing that says I Am Charlie. That just started.
The martyrdom.
Obviously, because he died.
But that's what we're talking about. We're not talking about him. We just talking about, that's what she said. She said that little black people are talking about I Am Charlie. So she's talking about the movement, and that did just start. But do y'all realize that the right Kamala as qualified, barely acknowledged her influence, and here we are bigging up an influencer. We are fucked up, yo. We are really, really fucked up. The biggest people, the biggest and the brightest on our side, they will discredit the fuck out of them. And we're still over here like, nah, but we still gotta be felt. Because that's what we do, we being felt. Ooh, I don't get it, but y'all go ahead. Y'all see how well this works out for y'all.
Yeah, y'all are missing the point, but
don't worry about Charlie. Worry about the Christians that are behind them, guys. Don't worry about Charlie. If y'all worried about Charlie, y'all got a problem. Don't worry about Charlie. Worry about the Christians behind them. Those are the votes. Those are the numbers.
Agreed.
Those are the kids and the grandkids that's going to be voting. So, and that's what I guess you guys don't want to talk about that. He have the Christians behind him. So let's do some numbers. How many Christians are in the United States? Y'all want to speak about that? What's the numbers on that?
It's supposed to be just as many people reminding everybody of his fucking failures, of how fucking fucked up of a person he is.
Why would I preach to the choir? Why would I preach to the choir? Why do you want to preach to the choir? That's my point.
You're preaching to the choir.
You're trying to sell some shit to people who was already buying your message.
Yes, it was out. Hey, check this out. Only one person going to talk at a time. Let Brooklyn finish and then go ahead and answer.
I was speaking about the Christians, but I guess they wanted to go right over that. Interesting.
Okay, so,
First of all, I can say what the fuck I want to say, King. It ain't. You don't need to fucking jump off the mic when I'm talking with that loud ignorant ass mic.
Talk.
No, bitch. I'm gonna talk when I feel like it. I just wanted to let you know that.
No, this is it's Sunday. Niggas got work to do.
I don't give a fuck.
I know you don't. Talk.
Come on, y'all.
You say you got